What is going on, Rocket Lab investors? So today we are at $9.88, and after hours we're at $9.93 with the market cap of $4.91 billion. So I am super happy that we are remaining in the $9 range. $9.88, that's phenomenal. And I didn't expect it to go up and really remain in the $9.80 range, but thanks to SpaceX, that's what has been keeping us up, and we've been getting a lot of volume as a result of it. So if you're not familiar, you should check out the SpaceX Super Heavy landing yesterday. They were super successful on landing their booster on the chopsticks, which is essentially the booster, and they land it on a structure and that catches it. So that is and you should be aware, this is the first launch or first attempt that they have tried this, and it was successful. So this is just their one step forward of reusability, which means more money for them in the long run, drives down cost, and as a result, I think it pumped up a lot of stocks, especially space stocks, but overall the market is up. But I like to contribute this 18-cent gain today due to SpaceX. Now that's the positive of what happened from yesterday. Now we have to look at the negative. The negative side effect is that SpaceX is just too big, and they are proceeding forward with their goals in a extremely fast timeline. And the more successful that they become, that really holds back and hinders other stocks, especially rocket stocks, obviously, because you just can't compete with that. That means SpaceX is going to get much larger contracts in the future. NASA wants to keep them going. They'll throw them a few billion, they'll do some missions for them. So it's really hard to compete against SpaceX. And this is, although a phenomenal and truly epic day in history yesterday, it's really a eye-opener of the competition that you're facing in the space industry. And Rocket Lab has been, I don't want to say they've been struggling, but it's hard to run, do business like this when you're limited in cash. And sadly, Rocket Lab has been limited. A lot of contracts have went to Elon, Jeff Bezos. So Rocket Lab has only scored a little bit of portion from NASA. And that's, I think, just as a result of the dominance of big money and big space businesses. And I'm curious going forward, and I need your thoughts and opinions on this, and I would love to hear it. So please comment down below. Do you think SpaceX is really going to hold back Rocket Lab with all their successes and just how they just operate? Do you think they're just going to continue to score big contracts, or do you think we're actually going to be able to compete? By the time we get Neutron going, the Super Heavy is just going to be probably finished, and everything will be worked out. I mean, they're moving at such a fast pace, it's hard to compete. So SpaceX can just do so much more with the Super Heavy. And that's why this is why I believe in Peter Beck. Although he hasn't stated it, I truly believe that the Neutron will be used to start a constellation for Rocket Lab, and that's going to be the way that we get billions of dollars to compete against SpaceX. So when you look at it, the United States typically needs a few businesses so there's not a monopoly. So they got SpaceX, they got Bezos, and then they got Rocket Lab. Peter Beck's competing against the world's richest people, so we need a constellation to be in the fight, to be in this business. And if they don't create a constellation, this stock will never take off. I think with Neutron, we'll hit $20. Beyond that, we really need a constellation. We need to be earning those billions to hit the $30 to $50 stock price. And I think that's possible. But seeing SpaceX yesterday is just a kind of difficult pill to swallow, because I've got a lot of money invested in Rocket Lab. I'm trying to accumulate more money into Rocket Lab. I want at least 1,000 more shares. And just seeing how successful and just massive the scale is that they're operating, we're small fish in a big pond. And it's a little bit concerning. But like I've said in my other videos, this is a high risk, high reward stock, and that's just kind of what we have to deal with. So I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on, do you think yesterday's successful landing and launch by SpaceX really hurts Rocket Lab in the future, or do you think it's going to not interfere at all? So comment down below, definitely help the channel, help the community. But I appreciate you watching. Shout out to everyone that has been liking and commenting the videos. It really helps out. We are starting off, but hope you have a great night. Thanks. This video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial investments.